Have you ever wondered how a cyber attack could disrupt your daily life? Today we discuss the recent Colonial Pipeline Ransomware Attack. The Colonial Pipeline, an essential artery of the United States infrastructure, plays a vital role in distributing fuel. It's responsible for transporting gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel from Texas all the way to the East Coast. But on May 7, 2021, this critical pipeline became the target of a crippling ransomware attack. The perpetrators? A hacker group known as dissect. This cyber assault wasn't just an attack on a company, it was a direct hit on our daily lives and our economy. With its systems compromised, the Colonial Pipeline had to make the tough decision to halt all operations. This move, while necessary, led to widespread consequences that rippled across the country. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into these repercussions in the next part of our story. In the immediate aftermath, the FBI stepped in, and Colonial paid a hefty ransom of 75 Bitcoin, equivalent to $4.4 million. The hackers in return provided a decryption tool. However, restoring the system was not a swift process. It was a slow, grueling task that required immense patience and unwavering determination. As the company grappled with the cyber attack, the ripple effects were felt across the country. Several states declared a state of emergency due to fuel shortages. Panic buying surged as news of the attack spread, and the public braced for the worst. Gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel, all critical to everyday life and commerce, were suddenly in short supply. The vulnerability of the nation's infrastructure was exposed, causing widespread concern. The situation was dire, with the pipeline, responsible for nearly half of the East Coast's fuel supply, at a standstill. The impact was not just on a macro level. It trickled down to the everyday American, affecting their ability to fill up their cars or plan their travel. The disruption was felt far and wide, from American Airlines to small filling stations. The road to recovery was not an easy one. It took several days for operations to resume. The colossal task of restoring the pipeline to its full functionality began on May 12th. Even as the gears of the pipeline slowly ground back into motion, the repercussions of the attack were still being felt across the nation. The average national price of gasoline had seen an uptick, and in certain areas, the sight of a functioning gas station had become a rarity. Thousands of gas stations, around 10,600 to be precise, were still devoid of gas. The pipeline's restoration was a beacon of hope amidst the crisis, but the journey back to normalcy was painstakingly slow. Even as the pipeline started humming back to life, fuel shortages persisted, with the supply chain struggling to keep up with the demand. Even after operations resumed, the effects of the attack lingered. In the wake of the attack, many have reflected on the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to cyber attacks. The CEO of Colonial Pipeline stood firm in defending the company's decision to pay a hefty ransom. The urgency to restore normalcy and the potential disaster that could arise from a prolonged shutdown justified the payment, according to the CEO. Meanwhile, President Biden addressed the nation, shedding light on the location of the dissect group, the cybercriminals behind the attack. He stated that while there was no direct evidence linking the Russian government to the attack, the group is believed to be operating within Russia's borders. This information underscores the global nature of cyber threats and the difficulty in pinpointing accountability in the digital age. Yet the absence of evidence implicating the Russian government in the attack should not detract from the pressing issue at hand. The incident with the Colonial Pipeline has exposed the susceptibility of our vital infrastructure to cyber attacks, emphasizing the need for robust cybersecurity measures. The Colonial Pipeline attack has sparked a renewed focus on cybersecurity and infrastructure vulnerability. So, what can we learn from this event, and what does it mean for the future? From the Colonial Pipeline cyber attack, one clear takeaway is the paramount importance of investing in IT and cybersecurity. It's a stark reminder that our infrastructure systems, many of which are crucial to our everyday lives, are vulnerable to digital threats. The attack not only disrupted the pipeline but also had a rippling effect on the economy, causing fuel shortages and price hikes, and even affecting air travel. But beyond the immediate impact, the implications of this incident are far-reaching. It serves as a wake-up call for businesses, governments, and even individuals. The need for proactive measures to prevent similar attacks is more urgent than ever. This isn't something that can be pushed to the back burner. It's not a case of if another attack will happen, but when. And it's not just about protecting our systems. It's about understanding the broader implications of such incidents for national security and the economy. The attack on the Colonial Pipeline wasn't just a hit on one company. It affected millions of people, disrupted lives, and shook confidence in our infrastructure's resilience. This incident underscores that in the increasingly digital world we live in, cybersecurity isn't just an IT issue, it's a matter of national importance. It's something that needs to be prioritized and addressed with the seriousness it deserves. As the Colonial Pipeline attack has shown, in our increasingly digital world, cybersecurity is not just an IT issue, but a matter of national importance.